And how does Andrew Craig want to be remembered? So when it's all said and done for you, you've got the third book out, hopefully a fourth and a fifth.
Yeah.
How do you actually want to be remembered in life?
That's a really good one. So our company mission is to improve the financial affairs of as many people as possible. I would love it if 30 years from now, there's stuff being written about me saying this guy revolutionised people's understanding of finance in the UK and biotech, actually, because I hope I'm right. Like, if you read that book and think about what I said about inflation, I don't want to call myself a futurologist sort of, but, you know, a lot of what I said in there has happened without wanting to sound too smug. A lot of what I'm saying about biotech in my new biotech book, I really believe 10 years from now, people are going to go, fucking hell, like that random book that he wrote, a lot of that stuff's happened. And a lot of people are going to read it now and go, that's never going to happen.
Yeah.
And I really think it will happen.
You sound like a conspiracist.
Well, it's not. It's just like the pace of technological change. I think people always underestimate it. If you showed an iPhone, like if you said to me in 1995, in 20 years' time, you'll be able to have a video call with your mate in Australia for free on a phone, I'd be like, shut up. What are you talking about? You know, like we just completely underestimate.
I think the pace that moves that our brain can't figure.
We can't deal with exponentials, definitely. So yeah, I really just want to have a bit of make a difference, because I think the key, you know, everyone says that it's kind of cheesy, but Britain's becoming a bit shit. Like I find it really depressing, you know, a lot of what's going on in Britain, and I think the reason for that is people have bad information, and financial literacy is really bad, and like Britain would be so much better. Like if 90% of British people don't invest in the stock market. Like if that number was 5%, Britain would be so much better a country. Yeah. And I genuinely believe that.
And your most euphoric moment in life so far? So the pinnacle of the mountain for you, it could have been a book deal, it could have been something in your career, anything.
It's very hard to remember that accurately. Obviously, I have to say when my wife was walking up the aisle on our wedding day, or when my daughter Ella was born, or when my son Oscar was born. But, you know, yeah, and they're definitely up there, although it's bloody traumatic.
Yeah.
When your kids are born, you're like, fucking hell. Thanks for sorting that out, love. She'll love that. But no, I mean, there have been quite a few. Like finding out I got the internship in Washington was pretty amazing, because everyone else was so smart. Like everyone else was like full Oxford, Cambridge, and one of the blokes said to me, "Where do you go to university?" I said Birmingham. Everyone was looking at me going, "No fucking way, you're getting into this, mate." You know, and it was great when and the other really good one was when that book was self-published, the first 2 editions. And I was literally walking up the hill home from the train station to my house. And I just got this call on my mobile. "Hello, my name's..." And it was this publisher from one of the biggest publishers in the world saying, "We've watched your book, we really like it. Do you want a proper publishing deal?" And I was like, does the Pope shit in the woods? You know, do bears pray? You know? And I was like, yeah, that would be nice. Thanks a lot. So that's good. But hopefully I'm still not out of the woods, mate. There's mixing my woods metaphors there. You know, there's a lot of work to do to get our business to being robustly profitable and really reaching the right audience. So
yeah, that's brilliant. 30-second overview of the new book.
Right, it's called Our Future is Biotech. It's hopefully coming out in August. And I said it briefly earlier today, go mad. Basically, all of our big problems as a society and as a species are problems of biology. So curing cancer, dementia, autism, Parkinson's, we've got all these diseases in modernity. Diabetes is multiple, all these health problems we have. Curing all of those, sorting out environmental degradation, like rewilding, improving agricultural productivity. Solar power is we're going to use bio-coated cells to massively improve power. Like basically all of the frontier things that are going to revolutionize the human experience are going to come from biotechnology. And so the book's all about that, and it's about how exciting it is, how new it is. Like there's Nobel Prizes awarded 3 or 4 years ago that are relevant, that are going to change the world, like gene editing technologies, and how we shouldn't fear it. This is another thing, people don't understand it, so they fear it. They think, oh, we're playing God and stuff. It's like, so hopefully people get that, and obviously you want to invest in it as well, right? Because I think the next raft, the next half a dozen, $2-3 trillion companies, like when we are 20 years older, from the vantage point of 20 years from now, will be biotech companies, like the Apples and Googles, and they'll be coming from biotech because they'll create so much value by solving all these problems.
When's that book come out?